The first time I found out I was going to be a father, I was in the presence of my then girlfriend, and she presented me with, that little stick. I felt my heart kind of get up in my throat. It was unbelievable. We had been trying for quite some time, and the thought of bringing this child into the world through, the love that we shared was just phenomenal.
So Zan, our daughter, is adopted, and the first time we met her, she was just over 2.
Yep.
Yeah. We knew right away that she was going to be our daughter. It was an interesting experience because there's this fully formed person that's standing in front of you, which is very different, I think, than a lot of experiences that people have that go through childbirth. It was kind of a combination of terrifying and awe-inspiring all at the same time.
My wife and I were like, okay, I think it's time. We're ready. Like, let's do this. Let's pull the goalie. Let's. And yeah, the very first try, we got pregnant. We went to the doctor. We did the test. We did, did the test and did the doctor thing, and then we found out. Just great. It was a wonderful experience. I'm like, okay, I guess there's no going back.
Oh yes, I remember exactly where I was when I found out I was going to be a father. And I had just gotten home and I walked into the kitchen and my wife, Natalie, said to me, I have something to tell you. But she was stalling. I was like, Natalie, just spit it out. Tell me what it is. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it. I may have assumed that it was something bad, and then she said, I'm pregnant. And I was overjoyed. But to be honest with you, the first thing I did, though, being a planner, I immediately sat down and created a spreadsheet for the next 15 years.
Learning the first time that I was going to be a dad, I absolutely remember sitting at work, a young professional, and getting a phone call saying, you're going to be a dad. So for me, it was a joy. So that day will forever be a great, impactful day in my life.
I guess when the first time I had heard that, I don't know if any parent, any father, I guess, is not shocked. And so, yes, there was, I was very young. I was maybe a late teenager at that time. And so it was quite shocking, and it wasn't something that was planned. So I was overwhelmed and I was joyed. It was a lot of joy, and I think that, again, it wasn't something that was planned between myself and Austin's mom. It was a very, very exciting time. I can't understate how exciting I was and how excited I was, and just the whole experience.
I was at home. My wife took a self-test, and she called me over, and she didn't know what to do with the idea either, so she just threw the stick at me. We're pregnant. And then later on, we were walking down the sidewalk, holding Renee's hand on our way someplace, and I went, oh my God, I got a girl pregnant. Oh no, we meant this. And then it was awesome.
I always did know. I knew, from the time I could really realize that I, as an individual, could grow up and maybe fall in love and marry and potentially have kids. And once I found my wife, who's an amazing partner, and we were blessed to have 3 healthy kids.
I mean, I knew I wanted to be a dad, and I was going to be a dad from I was very young. I knew that I was put on the earth for a few things that I would be amazing at. One was to be a friend. The other was to be a father. I remember when we found out that she was pregnant. It was one of those moments, and we were at the house, and she told me, and I thought to myself, I remember saying, wow, and I think for a moment there, it takes your breath away. And you hear it, I heard it, and my world changed.
Now being a father, I could see the sacrifices, the things that he did to show his love, to show his appreciation for me. To the fathers out there, the main thing I would like to say is that they don't need the expensive toys, they don't need the tablets, they don't need. We have all these expensive toys for him, and all I have to do is blow up a little balloon or blow bubbles, and he's entertained for hours.
I kind of look at parenting, and this sounds really clinical, but it's like a long-term project that you have a passion for. Because I'm watching somebody grow up and become who she is and who she's going to be. And I think it's really fascinating to watch her opinions about things and getting angry about things and unfriending people because they put All Lives Matters on their Facebook page and coming home and shaking her fist. And I think some people out there are very invested in the idea of men bring one thing and women bring another, and the traditional sort of way of seeing things is, and it's not really gender or whether you're biologically related to them, because I've seen step-parents step up to the plate way more than a biological parent. It really is about how much time you spend and how invested in your own, what you bring yourself in terms of what your expectations are.
I know this. I'll figure it out. I know that if my heart is in the right place, and I don't have the perfect blueprint, it's not something you can download, it's what is your intention? What is my intention when I'm talking to him, when I'm dropping him off at school, when I pick him up? What is my intention when I say, please don't pull the cord out of my computer? Is my intention to scold and have him do what I want, or to actually talk to him? I don't know if there's a best thing. It's just an incredible thing. What more do you need?
I don't have a doctorate, but I promise you if I was referred to as Dr. Rose, it would mean nothing to me. But to be known as Zoe's dad, I mean, it's just, it is the one title that warms my heart. It comforts me. And I guess Father's Day is a day where I get to stand up and, you know, put my shoulders back and say, yeah, I'm Zoe's dad. I guess I say all of this to say that if you think things are great when you have a newborn, wait until the child grows up a little bit more and it gets even better.
If I had to give advice, though, to fathers, I think being on both spectrum of that pendulum where I have a full-grown child, you know, I would have hoped or that for those dads that they felt the need to be absolutely present in their child's life. Not just a financial support, but be present in every way. Be at their games, be with them when they need to cry, be fully open and honest, and if you're not a great communicator with anybody else, you need to be a great communicator with your children.
It's such an awesome, awesome, awesome role. And, you know, I never understand fathers who are dads but haven't experienced being fathers, because it's such a great experience. It really is. You get an opportunity to be such a significant part of this young person's life and to help them shape it. And the love that they give you is so unconditional. But being a father to a 6 and a 9-year-old, I'm telling guys, if you haven't experienced it, because it's truly awesome. It's truly awesome. So I love being a dad. I do appreciate the position that I'm in as being their parent. And so it's a wonderful time.
I know one of the best things ever about being a dad happens to me every morning. And every morning, a child wakes up, and in my case, 2 of them, and they get themselves out of bed, and they walk up to me and they say, "Good morning, Dad." And I am so deeply happy to see them every morning. It is the absolute highlight of my day, and I start there.
I'm continually trying to improve and build. And so they want to see somebody who loves himself, but also loves them. And someone who's always positive. And someone who always wants to see the positive side of individuals. But also to know that I love them. And I know they love me, and I know they love their mom, because we say it to each other 10, 20, 30 times a day.
The biggest surprise after 4 years, I'm not sure if it's the biggest or not, but I will tell you what floors me every day. I am floored by how much I love my son. It overwhelms me. When I look at him, when I walk with him, when I hold his hand, when I watch him sleep, when he comes and he jumps on me and he touches my face, or we pillow fight, I'm in awe of how much love I have for him. I think sometimes it stops me from breathing, you know.
My name is Nathaniel Anderson. My son is Joseph Clément. He was born February 3rd, 2013.
Hi, my name's Claire Merridew.
And I'm Michelle Morrison.
Our daughter is Suzanne Marison.
My name is Ricardo McCrae. My son is called Keon, and I'm going to talk to him.
My name is Philip Rose, and my daughter's name is Zoe. And I want Zoe to know that there is nothing on this earth that she could ever do that's going to make me turn my back on her. I want her to know that she saved me, and as she grows older, she will understand. She'll know that she saved me in a way that nobody else could have.
I have two daughters. Samantha, 23 years old, just out of university. I also have a 3-year-old, Madison, just starting out her journey.
I am Neil Shelton. My son Austin, 32. My son Matthias, 9. And my daughter Sophia, 6 years old. I definitely want my kids to know that I got their back.
I'm Patrick O'Sullivan, and I'm the dad of Declan, who's 5, and Ruby, who's 11.
I'm Michael Carter. I'm Anderson Carter's dad. And I have this goal that I'm going to tell my son before he leaves for high school 10,000 times how much I love him. 10,000 times how amazing he is. 10,000 times that he can rule the world. And 10,000 times that he's an absolute rock star. Oh. Hey, big man. How you doing?
Good.
I missed you.
I missed you